We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now Mayfield. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mayfield to throw it. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Here's Mayfield. Being chased out left. Bulldozes past him, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Chubb again. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is third and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr looking left side. That's caught by Landry. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
And
he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, he's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 21-0 our score after 1. Working with a 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And a rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Carr now on first down. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's caught inside the 35. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
That was one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Going out wide, finds Chubb. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate
touchdown, Browns. Anthony falling short. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Throwing on first down is Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Rolling to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Tackle made by the longtime member of these Browns, Joe Schobert. 2nd and 8. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Throwing. Mayfield. And it's caught by Hooper. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Carr now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On the return, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
The first thing you have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now a play fake. Carr. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Gets past one man, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Carr to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This
blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Carr. This is caught. Touchdown. Jarvis Landry. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On first down, here's Love. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Bryce Love, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Carr will look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, now Carr. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Love. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. To throw is Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
57. Mike, 57. Run. I'm coming for you, son.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, check right, point it right. It's our time. 57's the mark.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he'd stand in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now Landry. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Parker, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. On play action, it's Carr. In trouble, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Landry. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 112 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.